first round of the 2008 Live Socket Circuit Battle at the Auto Club Speedway in Fontana is pitting two cars bound to be legends together. The Cobb Tuning 2008 R35 GT-R, driven by Billy Brooks, and the 1999 R34 Skyline GT-R V-Spec, driven by Billy Johnson.
This is the first time I've ever driven a R34, and the car is pretty impressive. It has a lot of electronics that help the car turn and help the car get out of the corners really well. Since we do have a lot of power and we're not good on brakes, we just have to maximize our strength and use that power to our advantage and try to make as much up in the power as we can before we get to the braking zone where the R35 will have an advantage.
Currently we have a full catback exhaust with the high flow cats. We're running coilover sleeves with the stock Philsteins. It's going to be very exciting. The R34 definitely is a little bit more modified than our car is, so it should be interesting to see how well a mildly tuned R35 can keep up with a pretty heavily modified R34.
And here they come to the line. The first car out will be the R34 GT-R, driven by Billy Johnson, trailed behind by Billy Brooks in the R35. As they make their way up into the first corner, these cars are going to be approaching 170 miles an hour. Making their way off the oval banking into turn 2. The GT-R has a significant lead right now. Lots of power in that car. And as they head onto the backstretch and into the infield, and Billy Johnson's blown the turn. Billy Johnson has completely blown the turn, and Billy Brooks in the R35 has made his way into the infield. Billy Johnson's still stumbling around trying to find his way back into the infield. Billy Brooks with an amazing dive on him, just able to get on the infield and not be able to mess up. This is going to win the lap for him. He has clearly got him beat, and there's no way Billy Johnson's going to catch up. Billy Brooks now making his way back through the infield into the mid-course turn complex. He's got easily a 7 or 8 second lead on Billy Johnson in the R34. Billy is trying his hardest to catch up. As they come around onto the main turn, he is gaining on Billy Brooks, but it's going to be tough for him to catch up. That R34 has a lot of power, but the R35 just has such a big lead. The R35 now making its way down into the final turn complex. Just smooth as silk. Billy Brooks is really guiding it along well. Billy Johnson's struggling to catch up. And as they come on now to the main straightaway, it is going to be Billy Brooks in the R35 taking the lap at the checkered flag. Looks to be about a 9-second lead. In the Focus Auto Sales R34, Billy Johnson turns a 156.7. Billy Brooks with a 159.93 in the R35. So now they're going to switch places. Billy Johnson will be trailing Billy Brooks, hoping to overtake him and blow him on the lap. Here they are on the back straightaway, turning onto the infield. Billy Brooks with about an 8-second lead on him. And as they make their way into the final turn complex and come back onto the straightaway, Billy Brooks has a gigantic lead over Billy Johnson, but Billy Johnson's on a flyer of a lap. He may be able to close the gap and make up a phenomenal lap time and win this challenge in the Live Socket Circuit Battle. Billy Brooks in the R35 making his way to the finish line with a 151.584. And Billy Johnson gets a 149.944. It's not going to be enough. It's not going to do it. Billy Brooks has won in the Cobb R35. What an amazing finish. Thanks to the error of Billy Johnson on that back turn into the infield. Billy Brooks in the Cobb R35 able to do it.
Well, the first lap had a good start. The car has a lot of horsepower, and with the new awesome Hankook C91s, the banking was pretty much flat. So I was carrying a lot more speed than I was with the old tires. Going to turn one with the more speed, broke a lot earlier, but those street pads almost worn down to the backing plates, did not have any grip at all. I went sailing by the apex, I went sailing off the track, and I just kept going for quite some time. I was able to flip it around and actually still do a decent lap for being that far off the track. Then on the second session, backed up the braking zone a lot. Going to the first turn, I was braking on the banking, and even braking still on the banking, almost didn't make the corner. All the other braking zones just backed everything up really far, and just still struggling to make it into those turns, but still pulled out a faster lap than the R35. So the owner's happy. Awesome car to drive with a little bit better pads. I think it would be a cakewalk.
It's a completely different car with the Hoosiers on it. The car, you're able to carry more speed through everything, so you're entering all the turns a lot faster. It makes the car not want to grip in the front end a little bit, but which means we got a lot of improvement that we can add to the car. Full coilovers, changing spring rates, adding more power, getting it a little bit lighter than what we have it at. But all in all, it was a fun day. So thank Live Sockets for doing this, and especially Cobb and Trey for letting me drive the GT-R around.